What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to Fade to Silence. My name is Splattercat, happy to have you here today, and I think we're going to have to fend off an attack. When that thing starts doing that, it's never a good sign. It always has indicated to me that something terrible is about to happen. And so, yeah, he's up above us right now. He's so high above me, dropping rubbish. This series is brought to you by THQ. They decided to put it on the channel over here, and so if you wanted to check the game out, you should do that through the Steam description down below. That's the way to get it done. Yeah, we got an asshole coming in right here. Let's go ahead and take care of him. I'm going to back up, but I'm going to make sure I get him smacked up too. And as you can tell, this weapon does way more damage than the torch. So keep that in mind if you're debating a new weapon craft in this game or a new purchase. The axe will get it done. The axe will put kids away. It's not necessarily the best tool for the job, but it's a pretty good tool for the job. I'm going to line up on this dude, too. Apparently, he's trying to sneak up on me. This guy thought that I wasn't paying attention. He was trying to get me with that. Oh, okay. All right, caught hands right there a little bit. Caught hands a little bit. I'm going to back up, get a little bit of stamina, and let's go. It's time for us to throw hands. That dude is now officially down. I do like the way that the weapon animations play. It makes it feel like the weapons actually have weight to them. Like, you can tell that that axe is kind of heavy when he hefts it around. It's like, ugh. He's got a little bit of muscle behind it. We absolutely have a blizzard coming in, and so I think we're going to have to spend the first portion of this episode just hiding inside of our huts. I think we're just going to have to do that and hope that it blows over. Our base is right there, so we have hunter vision. I'm going to wait it out for a second and chop some more trees because I don't believe in wasting time. It will get worse, though. We're going to start to see like a little bit of white start to take over the map. Like, you can see it already. It's kicking up, but it's in its earliest portion. In addition, the other thing you watch out for is the ground is going to be covered with snow. Normally, the ground out here would not have that snow trail underneath you. Yeah, there it is right there. Mm-hmm. Yup. Oh, and we got an enemy over there. I think he's attacking the base, though. I don't think that he's seen us. I don't think. What happens if I take my weapon out? Can I push my way forward that way? Like, can I dodge roll my way back into base? Well, that's what I'm going to do then, because it's faster than walking against the snow. Let's dodge roll our way back into base and hope that we survive this thing. In fact, I'm just going to use my shelter. I am going to use my shelter. I'm going to put it down, like, right over here. This is the stupidest use of a shelter that I have ever done, but it's going to have to happen. Enter the shelter, and we'll wait this thing out. I can craft or I can sleep. I'm asleep for a little bit. Our temperature is not the worst I've ever seen, but we'll just have to wait and see. We are freezing right now, so you can see right there our health bar has already started to indicate that a little bit. Rest for... Are we good right now? I think we might be alright. Our temperature is going to drop, and obviously I got to go back inside, but we'll wait it out once we get there. I'll actually get back with you once we get done getting our warmth back. And we'll go back out to scavenge for some more stuff. That blizzard caught us at an inopportune time and sort of trapped us indoors. But that's the point of the blizzard, is to test whether or not you have the stockpiles in order to stay inside of your house for a day or two and just eat food and do nothing. Okay, so we're settled. The blizzard is over. We've got supplies and things going on. Inventory's a little bit full, but I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to have to head back to base anyways, just to get my warmth back up before we go any further. We are still under attack, so we probably want to track down... I think it's just this little dude over here, and he's actually kind of terrified. He saw what happened in the last two. We went straight Texas Chainsaw Massacre on the last couple that came up over the hill rise, and so I bet he don't want none. Yeah, there's one right there. I don't even know if I need to deal with him. Like, he's just chilling on that side, so I'm going to leave him alone. Let's go explore. We've got stuff to do out here today. So obviously we got something on the rise over there. That's going to be the stronghold. I'm going to push out in this direction. We're going to go back out this way and set up a campfire in that region. Once we set up a campfire out there, we should be in okay shape. A little bit of a wrecked dog sled action over on that spot. Not good for the doggos, not good for the rider. While we're along the way, too, I am going to keep a careful weather eye out for any sort of firewood or whatever that I can make use of. I think that's the best way to do it. And over there, has anything respawned? No, so I think we're going to have to press out a little bit. Looks like we have something on top of that rise right there. I don't know how I get up there, but I am curious to find out. It looks like there's a backpack and something else up there. And the little loot nodes that you find in this game are super useful for keeping yourself alive. Like sometimes they give you weapon upgrades, sometimes they just give you a ton of crafting materials. You absolutely want to prioritize for those if it's an option that's available to you. We got a campfire over there. It looks like there's a walkway on that side. We've also got a bag over there too, so maybe I'll go try to get that. Looks like there's some bags and things over on that side that I've missed while I've been canvassing the area. You may have also noted that we are out of food, and our food meter is kind of empty right now. And so I'd like to fix that before too long. Looks like we've got some salvage right there. Oh, no, wood. Okay. Wood is great for building buildings. You absolutely want to pick that up too. Grub root right there. Inside this building, we should have a little bit of a temperature differential to keep us safe. We've got primitive arrows. We've got hunting arrows. We've got some more salvage, which is great. And we've got 3 food. Whatever it is, it's edible now. Eat regularly to keep hunger at bay. Yes, please. Let's eat 2 of those right this second. I'm going to eat 1 and 2, and so our meters are good to go. I didn't see anything else inside of here. I think that stays lit now that we've done it. And in fact, even if it doesn't stay lit, I'm going to sit down and maybe I can do some crafting. If we can make a sword or something, that'd be cool. Oh, we can make a bow. Yeah, I think a bow sounds pretty good. We've also got roasted grub root over here. I'm going to make the bow. Absolutely, unless I can do anything else. But with 6 salvage, I can make the scrap plating, or I can get a padded lining against the cold. I can take my grub root and I can turn it into fibers. I do have food right now, so it's not a terrible plan. Maybe I'll sacrifice a couple. I'm sure we'll pick up a few more. What's the worst that could happen? So there it is. We can also increase our inventory size by making a bag over there. But what I'm looking at is the padded lining. That's the big thing that I want for the future, is if we can add some fluffies to our overall personage. Hell yeah, fluffies are good. Fluffies make my life a little bit easier when it comes to surviving in the hostile north. We've got some survival materials over there. We've also got some goodies on this side. So let's focus on what we looked at first out in this area. Oh, what we want is over there. Is there anything over here? There's some stuff down and in there. We're going to have to go through that little labyrinth. Oh, there's stuff right there, too. Damn, we're getting stocked up right now. This is some good stuff right here. We've got salvage right there, and we've got whatever just happened. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's take care of him before he gets too rowdy and out of control. I have plenty of stamina left, so I am okay with the concept of just whooping his head in. And as soon as I've got a little bit more, let's finish the job. That'll get us some eldritch shards right there. Thank you. Appreciate that. Didn't want to take it from you, but you made me do it. You didn't have to fall out of your sky cocoon and mess with me like that. You brought it on yourself. I don't mean to blame the victim right now, but there wouldn't have been trouble if you ain't brought trouble. That's all I got to say about that. I'm going to whoop this dude off a cliff. Uh-oh. He's trying to suicide bomb or something. And he got me. Unfortunate, but these things happen from time to time. I've got firewood and food inside of here. Looks good to me. Anything that increases my stockpile is A-okay. It gets the thumbs up. Puts my thumbs in an erect position. God, they are just not fans of me right now. I don't know what that was, but... Oh, it's dropping blight on me right now. Okay, so he's using, like, blighty artillery. No! Oh, I got killed by blight out of the sky. Apparently, you got to watch out for him. I've never had that happen before. I've had him drop a car on me before, which was mildly inconvenient. But I've never had him drop actual blight on top of me. So we've got penalties and some other stuff going on. I think you lose some eldritch shards or something like that. Either way, that's one of our lives gone. I don't know if there's a way to get more lives and reignite some of those flames. I would hope that there would be, maybe, by doing something very expensive or cost-ineffective. That would make me happy, but let's trek back on out to where we were, because that experience was not copacetic with what I wanted from this overall adventure. That sucked. Alright, so I've got a line on some loot over here. There is also a spitter in the area, and he's probably not going to be stoked about me going after this. But I don't really care what he thinks anyways. You know, he shoots projectiles out of his chest made of boogers. And that is some... Oh, there's another one. Goody. Well, let's keep hacking and whacking and smacking then. I don't really have much of a choice but to face off with him. I didn't want to. He made me done do it. Health is back. Stamina is good. That fool is down, and there are primitive arrows over here, and there's also a loot crate that had some medical supplies and some wood inside of it. He's going to shoot a landmine at me. Where'd he run off to? There he is. Nah, I don't think I'm going to let that happen, man. You guys are making an already stressful journey much more wild and crazy than it needs to be. This guy hiding in the bushes. This dude think he Charlie. Alright, so he's down. Let's grab those essences. And then I'm watching out for that big Sky Daddy thing that just tried to rain down on us. I learned a new thing today. Don't be near that. I thought it was just an environmental thing. No! That thing will kill you. That thing, I mean, it dropped a car on me before, and I guess I didn't learn my lesson there. We got some supplies over on that side. There was a chest, like in this area that we saw. And chests tend to have lots and lots of good things. So put that axe away. Let's get back up in here. Let's do the old pan and scan to see if we can find that stuff. Anything? I mean, the fire is over there. And that leads me to believe that maybe I'm off by a little bit. I'm not a great navigator when it comes to games like this. I tend to get myself lost in the rough. That's how my golf game goes too, man. My golf game is upsetting. That's why I don't play golf. My golf game is deeply upsetting. I've been playing golf my entire life, and I gave up on that game. I was like, you know what? You're just not destined to do some things. Some things just, meh, you're never going to be good at this no matter how much you play, and you don't enjoy it in the first place. So, like, why bother? I'm going to get a weapon out because I bet we get jumped when we come in. This looks like sexy loot over here. 5 healing tonics. Okay, and dive. Oh, increases the recovery of your max health. Okay, that's good. Some more firewood right there, and then some more primitive arrows. We're getting towards the end of our storage space. There's definitely a monster inside that ice right there. And so, if I can, like, not hang out with him, that'd be cool. Is there anything back in here inside this little crevasse? Okay. Nothing inside the crevasse. Except for me. I was imprisoned by ice, but now I'm free. No biggie. I was trying to come back to base anyway, so it's not that huge of a deal. Let's drop off some of our ill-begotten loot over on this side and stand next to a campfire for a minute in order to make ourselves feel better. I'm going to put the arrows in there because we ain't got a bow yet. I think I'll probably put healing tonics inside of there because I don't think we're going to need them. All this other stuff can just stack up inside of there. We'll make it happen when we need to make it happen. I've got some of that scrap with us, though. It might be worth looking and seeing if we can make the sword, because the sword is a little bit better than what we've got going on right now anyways. So with that inside of our inventory, I think we've got everything we need in order to make the blade. Let's sit down and see if we can bring our Cloud Strife game out. We got access to the sword and we got access to the bow. So let's craft the sword, and we will also craft the bow. If we have anything left over, I'll probably go in on the bag, although I think we're saving for padding, so maybe I won't. There's our sword. And there is our bow. And so once we've got those all whipped out, I'll probably start carrying some arrows with me just in case. I don't know exactly how the bow works, but I suppose I'll sort that out in just a minute. And we've got our stuff, so where are my primitive arrows at? Maybe they'll harm enemies and make their faces hurt. I'm going to take both of those in the off chance that we need them. If I go to my inventory, it looks like, yeah, I can equip a bow right up there. So I will. And then the arrows that we're currently using are going to be those primitive ones right there. We can take out our bow with the 2 key, and I assume that it pretty much aims and shoots exactly like we think it's going to aim and shoot. I will put that away so I can get back into run mode. And I think it's time for us to do some objectives. Let's go find some people to rescue. Let's go be a badass out here in the middle of the winter. How about that? It's a little dark, though, at the moment. It's a little tiny bit dark, and so I think we're going to have to work around that. I don't know if that's just coming from... That's horrifying. I don't know if that's the moon up behind the snow. I don't live in a place where it gets snowy, man. My family is Hawaii. All right? We don't get this powdered white stuff, man. We don't play around with that. We are not the people who are built for it. You know what we do well with? Humidity. Humidity and heat. We're perfectly fine. Sure, we sweat like horses, but that doesn't matter because we don't die in the heat. Let's push out in this direction. I can put waypoints on the map if you were interested in seeing what that looks like. But for right now, I'm just going to head over here. It looked like there was some vestiges of civilization over on this side. And there's also a blight. And I think if we take care of that, that'll probably benefit us in the long term. Keep some of these monsters from spawning. Keep the nasties from coming around. And really just messing up the vibe of the room. That's what they do best, is they just mess up the vibe of the room. I'm like, hey, monsters, you ain't welcome here. Why you messing with me? Go away. You're messing up my party, man. You didn't pay the cover charge. You didn't bring any Doritos with you. What are you doing here? Like, what do you get out of this? Blight, would you like to die? Blight, I would like for you to die, so I'm just going to make that happen anyways, and I'm just not going to take your opinion into consideration. It might be a little mean of me, but it's going to work. We will mash that on through, and that is a Blight gone. Bye-bye. See you later. We got a little bit of essence right there, and then it looks like we got some scrap out as well. So let's take the Eldritch Essences. It looks like there was maybe a monster over on this side. It destroys all the monsters in the area, too, when you clear a Blight. Is there anything edible over here? Like anything that looks delicious and squishy that I can shove into my face? Okay, just a few more Blights. Let me go. Actually, there's some stuff over here. I'm going to go grab this, then we'll go back over and wipe out the Blight. I'll show you guys the building mode by the end of the episode, too, hopefully, so you can see what that's playing around with. I don't think that's a mining spot right there, but we got some firewood, some salvage, and some more salvage. All right, sounds good to me. There's a little loot spawn over here, so we're going to grab that. We'll get this Blight on the way over there, because forget this Blight. It don't know us like that. The Blight wants to ride, but it's going to find out that, man, we were born in the saddle. You better believe me, though. You better ask your mama, Blight. She'll tell you. She'll be like, that boy was born in the saddle. And you'd be like, well, damn, I wish I hadn't gone in on this. Perfect. That one's now gone, too. Our frost meter is a little bit overloaded at the moment, but I think we can push on through and make this happen. A few more Eldritch Essences right there, and then we've got something on this side that's looking happy to me. I'm just not going to worry about that shard. I'll leave it alone. If we take a look at the map, there's lots of stuff around. There's hunting areas where we know there's deer. There's people that we can rescue over here. I may go after that person pretty soon, actually. We may go after our first villager. Most villagers have a quest that you need to do in order to make them join you. It usually involves lots and lots of combat, in my experience. It usually involves you fighting. We got some food right there, and then on this side we've got Blightbane, Grubroot, and some other goodies all lined up. Fantastic. Not just fantastic, fan-freaking-tastic. We know that we've got a person over here, so maybe we'll go try to help them out. How close was that Blight, though? I saw as a Blight over here. Yeah, we can get it on the way by. I'll go ahead and wipe that out. We've got ourselves... Did I make a sword? I totally did make a sword. Let's equip that. We've got a better melee weapon for this situation, and I would rather use it. We got like a camo special paint job weapon available already, and so why stress ourselves out? Come on, Spitter. What you got for me, Spitter? Nothing. Yup. About to get your booty all spanked up. There it is. Spanked. Spanked und tanked. He's going to roll around and be in agony for a little while, I guess. I'm not going to concern myself with that. He's a minion of evil. He had to go in the first place. That right there... These are actually mazes. You got to find your way through. You can't go through the red vines. Different locations have different challenges. For this one, I think we can go around this way. And if we sneak our way through right here, we should be able to do something heroic. We are making a dent in these blights, that is for sure. Cleanse that thing. Yup, get it all cleansed up. Cold meter's going up, but I'm just going to have to bear with it. Hopefully we don't get blown up by a landmine either. Nah, we did. Oh well. We cleansed it. Took a little bit of damage. Sometimes you got to get a scar for your heroism. That's the way it goes. I like my heroes a little bit damaged. We've got a loot box over here, a summoning crystal. Okay, I don't know what that does, but hell, I'll take it with me, and maybe in the future we will find out. And then let's go rescue this person over on this side before finding our asses back to home. I think it's a good plan. I think it's something that'll work out for us in the long run. We got some plants over here. Looks good to me. Blight's Bane. Okay. And where is this dude at? Oh, he's inside of here. So that looks like a mining spot right there. We've also got access to some salvage and some pristine wood on that side. I don't know if we can actually do anything with this. I'm pretty sure later on we assign people to go and mine off of that. But as of right now, is he like up on top of there? Where is this dude? Oh, he is. He's like up on top of that thing. Is there a fireplace around here somewhere that I can use? We're going to need it pretty soon. And I don't want to get into too much trouble over here. Yeah, we got to figure out how the hell we get up there.
Wrap yourself in my white blanket. Say goodnight.
That doesn't strike me as a good thing. I think there's a possibility we may have a blizzard coming in. I may go back home and get myself kitted up for war. just to make sure. I wouldn't think it was a blizzard, except for the fact that he said the thing about the wrap yourself in my white blanket, and like what looks like a white blanket. Well, obviously a blizzard. So I am not going to be a fan of Dairy Queen up inside of here. In fact, I'm just going to sprint my ass back home before I get caught out. As you saw previously, if you get caught like 6 inches outside of your base after a blizzard hits, you are toasted. You'd be like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, except the crunch will be from ice and not from cinnamony goodness. Back at the stairwell, I think everything's looking good. What I'm going to do is let's get fitted in right here. That should help us get our temperature back. I've got food on me at the moment, so we've got like loads of food. I'm just going to eat that right now, and we'll worry about other things later. As far as the summoning crystals and everything else that I'm carrying around with me, it's a good idea to drop this stuff off in the inventory so that we don't end up overburdened later on. We only have 1 grub root. That's the main thing that concerns me right now. I wish we had more grub root. If I had a little bit more, I would feel safer about our situation. But we've got a little bit of food left. We've got at least a day or 2 of food left to kind of keep ourselves situated. I'm going to chill for like an hour. And by chill, I mean sit next to a fire, which is actually the opposite of a fire chill. But when we do this, we'll get some health back, and you'll notice that our meter up here with our frozen over bar will go away ever so slightly. I don't think there's a blizzard coming anytime soon, so let's get back out in the cut, and let's cause some problems for our enemies. I told you guys we were going to go find somebody and maybe release them from the blight, and I would like to stick next to that promise. I don't know if we're going to get there right on time, but I'm going to give it the old attempt. All right, so there's our boy. He's up on top of that mountain right there. I must have just approached it from the wrong direction. It looks like we got a trail running this way, and so since we're in kind of like a developed area, I'm going to keep an eye out for any loot that might be available. It looks like the only stuff that's popping up for right now is right there.
My lovely tentacles. A beautiful sight.
You think it's kind of weird that like an eldritch monster calls things tentacles just like we do? I don't know. It feels odd to me. He's got the same language that we do, you know? I'm going to get rid of this dude right now. And then apparently we are going to fatality him using the force. And then we're going to get smacked by a landmine. We got a bunch of enemies over here that all need to be dealt with. So I'm going to go after this dude next. There's another one bites the dust. I'm gonna try and stay high and tight on this dude too. Let's spin around him. And with the lock on, 2 more hits, and I think he'll be golden. And there's another fatality. Another golden. He's in the way of me and loot, though. Like, I can't. I mean, I was going to go rescue a human being, but then I found out there was loot involved, and I was like, well, he's just going to have to wait. He's just going to have to wait. He doesn't have a choice. There's loot, son. Some things are more important. I can't be. Oh, we were coming this way anyways. All right, well, there's some blood haw. Inside that sack right there, we've got a poultice, which is great. I like poultices. And then over here. Uh-oh. Who be thou? I'm going to put something on him. I don't know if it's going to be successful, though. Let me back up for a second. He's a different color than all the other ones we fought, and that makes me a tad nervous. Makes me feel like something bad's going to happen here. He's also got more HP. Yep, get those combos off. We're going to eat a hit right here, though. I can guarantee you of that. Ain't much to say on that one aside from, I guess I'm getting hit. Oh, we got a spitter up there, too. All right, let me grab this loot, and I'll fight my way up the hill. And we'll figure out what we got going on in just a moment. Give me a lock on, please. Uh-oh, I'm fighting this dude from on top of the pedestal like a badass. What a hoss. Well, another one bites the dust. I would like to see what this is over here. This has probably got some good stuff inside of it. Let's find out. We got food. We got pristine wood. We got arrows. We basically got everything a growing survival boy needs to make sure things are going to go on. Who would win? A bunch of spitters versus one survival boy. And as we go up the hill, I think this is where I'm going to break off the episode. We're going to see what's going on inside this building right here, and I assure you, it's probably going to be straight hype status. So, in the next episode, we'll get it cracking. This is Fade to Silence, a game by THQ. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you stopping on in. It was sponsored by them, so if you wanted to get the game for yourself, look down below. It's going to be available well by the time this thing has gone out. Other than that, if you wanted to support me, hit the like button on this video. That's the best way to support the channel, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye, everybody.